Did I lose a kid at Comerica Park in Detroit when we went to a baseball game? I did. Does it haunt me every single day? It does. Hello! Last week, I gave you advice for first-year teachers that nobody else is telling you, and it was a big hit. So, I'm gonna give you part 2. Here it is. Before we start, I would like for you to ignore my backdrop. There's a lot going on behind me, and I don't want you to see it. So we're not gonna make any comments about it. Got it? Number 1, I wish somebody told me this sooner. Use your sick days. Use your personal days. Why are you gathering those up? You're putting them all in a little bit of a basket like you're over there collecting berries, ready to make yourself a sweet little pie. There's no pie. There's no pie. There's nothing fantastic. What they're gonna give you is a printed out certificate at the end of the year, a couple claps, and say thanks for coming to work every day. Let's be real. You're underworked and you're overpaid. Take your personal days. Use them for you, okay? I mean, if you're feeling stressed out, you need to take that time. If they roll over to the next year, then maybe you don't use them the first year so you can have more the next year. But just like, use them, okay? And your sick days too, use them. If you're not feeling like you can work with those kids in your full mental state, then you're sick, stay home. Word to the wise, if you do use your sick day, don't post about it online. You're not on the phone that day. Don't tell anybody what you're up to. Just stay home and don't tell anyone what's going on, and definitely don't post any Instagram pictures about it. Okay? Number 2, and this one's gonna be wild. The end of the year party can get a little bit rowdy, okay? Teacher is synonymous with another word, alcoholism, and you don't wanna be in the mix of that, okay? Let me tell you what, when you show face at the end of the year party, you have yourself maybe 1 cocktail, a couple beers, and then you leave. Wait about good 2 or 3 or 4 years until you start engaging with all of that, because the cards are stacked against you, and again, based off of number 1, nobody is your friend, all right? So you don't need to let those loose lips sink ships, honey. You need to show face, show that you're engaged and part of the crew, and then you need to leave. Number 3, and I have a lot of thoughts on this one. You're a first-year teacher. You read about or you saw online something cool, something amazing that you want to do in your classroom because you think you're just going to build a wonderful classroom culture, and you will. Eventually, but you're not gonna do it right now. The example that I can give you is flexible seating. First of all, I call it inflexible seating because it's the worst thing that ever happened to me. Warning, warning, warning. Someone's gonna be in the comments right now being like, flexible seating is for students to be able to learn better when they don't learn any. Okay, Brenda, what we're gonna do first, we're gonna calm down. Second, what we're gonna do is we're gonna think about it, okay? Flexible seating it is for somebody. It's not for everybody, okay? Oh, and if you don't know what flexible seating is, it's when instead of like conventional tables and chairs, you have kids on bouncy balls, and maybe they're on a yoga mat instead of a chair. They just like, the concept is when you walk into a coffee shop, there's all these different options for you to work to find where you do your personal best work. So let's bring in that in the classroom. The difference is 6 and 7-year-olds and 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds and 10-year-olds, they don't just walk into coffee shops. They can't make those choices for themselves. And unless you have the time, patience, and energy, which you don't, to set up the skills that are needed for that to be successful, then don't do it. Learn the fundamentals in your first year, okay? Figure out who are you as a teacher before you decide to do any of that. Because what you're gonna end up doing is giving yourself bigger headache than you ever needed, and there's not enough Excedrin to go around. Now, this doesn't just apply for flexible seating. This is for anything, again, like new or cool or crazy that you see. Like, some people like to do classroom transformations. Choose what you want to do with that, but err on the side of caution. If you choose to only listen to one bit of advice that I give you, it's number 4. Document everything. I mean everything. If there's a little situation that happens with a kid, you get on your computer as soon as it's over and you type it down. If some kid's saying something about you that you know is not true, because they will do that, you get on your computer and you write it down. If your boss tells you that you're gonna teach 5th grade, but it's only for 1 year, I'm gonna put you in kindergarten next year, which is where you really want it to be, you email them and you get it in writing. Everything that happens, document it. Save your ass, girl. Because listen, nobody's gonna look out for you but you. So do yourself a favor and be prepared for when shit hits the fan, because when it does hit the fan, it's going everywhere. It's gonna look like chimpanzees got in your classroom and just threw shit all over the place. So do yourself a favor, write it down, especially if you're having a conflict with a parent. As soon as it's over, document it. The end. Number 5, field trips. Okay, you might be very excited for field trips. You think it's gonna be the best thing you've ever done in your life, and it very well could be. Not your first year. It's a disaster waiting to happen. After a field trip, the only thing that's gonna get you back to normal is a martini with a Xanax stuffed olive. So listen to me and listen to me well. If you're going to go on a field trip, make sure that you have more chaperones there than you need. If parents come to you and they say, I wanna go on the field trip, don't say no. Do not say no. Say yes, we're gonna make that work. We are gonna get you there. I don't care what we have to do, even if they pay their own membership. Take as many parents as you can. Always set up a destination where everybody's gonna meet halfway through the day, just to make sure that everybody's there. And the number one thing that you need to do, lots of teachers think they're cute and they're gonna put everybody in the same t-shirt to look the same. Make sure yours is super unique. Everybody thinks that orange is gonna stand out, but if everybody's wearing orange, then your school doesn't stand out at all. Add some flair to whatever the kids are wearing. A little this, a little that. Make it different, make it unique, make it work, make it stand out so you don't lose any kids. Did I lose a kid at Comerica Park in Detroit when we went to a baseball game? I did. Does it haunt me every single day? It does. Did we find the kid? We did. It was a happy ending. However, I literally felt my heart sink into my asshole when I found out that that kid was missing. Where was he? Sitting at the dugout, eating a hot dog with a stranger. Some things you just can't be prepared for. Don't be me. Be prepared. That's gonna go on a t-shirt too. Don't be me, be prepared. That's what I got for you guys this week. Hey, I'm looking out for you guys. If you're a first year teacher, don't worry. You're gonna cry, it's gonna be very painful, but you're gonna get over it and you're gonna come out the next year and be the best teacher that you ever have been. I love you guys so much, and what I want you to know is I'm going back on tour this fall and winter. Get your tickets for my fall tour at MrD3.com. I'm coming to these cities. We'll see you there. Bye.